Have you ever had that moment? You walk into a room, you're wearing a specific shirt, or maybe you've picked up a new specific way of speaking. A few weeks later, you notice someone you respect, someone you didn't even think was paying attention, is doing the exact same thing. Maybe they bought the same t-shirt. Maybe they started using a phrase you use. It feels a little weird at first, right? But then it hits you. They are actually copying you. They are subconsciously trying to mirror you because they admire your presence. They think you have natural charisma. Charisma is a compelling personal charm that allows an individual to attract, influence, and inspire others. When you master the free charisma boosting tools I'm about to show you, you'll start to notice something strange. People will start copying your style, your slang, and even your habits regularly. They might even start coming up to you, asking for your advice on how you do it. Now, if you're feeling generous, share this video with them. But honestly, I'd completely understand if you want to keep this to yourself because today I'm dropping pure gold. Let's get into it. 1. The eye color game. You might think charisma is some vague, abstract quality, but it actually lives in the details of how you interact. A huge part of your presence, the magnetic quality that makes people want to be around you, is simply the way you hold eye contact. Most advice on this is terrible. You've heard it all. Maintain strong eye contact, don't ever look away, or fixate on the bridge of their nose. But let's be real, that isn't charismatic, that's just uncomfortable. If you're busy analyzing your own eyes, you aren't actually present in the conversation. You're just performing, and people can smell that performance from a mile away. The secret that naturally charismatic people use is a simple technique that I call the eye color game. Instead of trying to manage your eye contact, your only goal is to identify the specific eye color of the person you're speaking to. Are they a deep dark brown? Is there a subtle ring of green around the pupil? This kills the performance anxiety. By giving your brain a simple, harmless task, you stop worrying about how you look, which is what usually makes people fidget or look away, and it anchors your focus. When you focus on discovering that detail, your eyes naturally soften. You lose that predatory, staring intensity and replace it with genuine, relaxed curiosity. It makes the other person feel seen because you're actually taking them in, rather than just staring at their face. And there is a bonus benefit to it. If you notice that eyes are truly special, you now have a perfect, organic opening for a compliment. I just noticed you have a really unique eye color. It feels spontaneous and real because it is. You aren't forcing a compliment, you're sharing an observation. This turns eye contact from a social chore into a point of connection. You won't be staring them down or overthinking it, you'll be too busy being curious. And because you are relaxed and focused on them, they will naturally relax too. You'll find that you hold eye contact for the perfect amount of time, just long enough to build a deep, meaningful connection without ever drifting into that awkward, intense zone that makes people want to escape. So try it yourself, and you will notice how easy but effective this simple trick is. But the best eye contact can't make you charismatic if your physical appearance sends the wrong signals. 2. The perfect fit effect. We all have it, we all love it. That one special item in our closet. Maybe it's a specific jacket, a pair of boots, or a simple t-shirt. The second you put it on, your shoulders sit back, your chin lifts, and you suddenly feel 10% more capable. It's not necessarily your most expensive designer item or the one with the wildest design. In fact, it might be the simplest thing you own, but it just fits you perfectly, almost like it was tailored just for you. When you wear it, it feels like it became a part of you. Most guys get this wrong. They think good style is about buying the loudest, most expensive clothes, hoping the brand will make them look cool. But that's a trap. People can tell when you're wearing clothes that fight your body. When you're tugging at a shirt that's too tight or looking messy in something too big, it's broadcasting insecurity. You're telling the world you're uncomfortable in your own skin. So stop chasing trends. Instead, go through your closet and be honest with yourself. Sort out the stuff that doesn't fit right and start looking for more clothes that make you feel like that one perfect item. When you wear clothes that fit your body perfectly, you aren't just dressed well, you're projecting confidence that no copycat can steal. Because this is exactly where you'll notice the copycats. When you start wearing clothes that actually fit your body, people will notice. They'll try to imitate you. They'll buy the same brand, the same color, the same cut. But it never looks as good on them as it does on you. It fails because they're chasing the clothing, while you're winning because of the perfect fit. Charisma is about the energy you project, and you know it yourself. When you wear something that fits you perfectly, your energy is just better. You stand taller. You stop fidgeting. You stop checking yourself in the mirror every 2 minutes. Now, looking good is a solid start. But it won't help you if the second people talk to you, you're still projecting that same boring energy everyone else has. You can have the best clothes, but if you fumble the first 3 seconds of a conversation, you've lost them. 3. The first impression bridge. You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. You've heard that sentence 1,000 times, but what nobody tells you is how to actually make a good first impression. Let me change that. But before I give you the blueprint for the perfect first impression, let's see how much charisma you already have. Take our free charisma test linked in my profile. It takes less than 5 minutes and it'll show you exactly how strong your social skills actually are. And now, back to the first impression blueprint. Most people meet someone new on complete autopilot. A quick, hey, a limp handshake, eyes already scanning the room for the next thing. It's not that they're rude, they're just not present, and the other person feels that instantly, even if they couldn't explain why. It reads as, this person doesn't really care that I'm here. Let me give you an example of someone who did the exact opposite. A while ago, a friend of mine introduced me to his new girlfriend for the very first time, and within about 2 seconds, I already liked her, before we'd exchanged a single real sentence. She looked me right in the eyes with this genuinely warm smile, said my name back once she heard it, and pulled me into a hug that was just a beat longer and warmer than the standard hug. Not weird, not flirty, just real. It felt like she was actually glad I existed. And that one greeting did something cool. It completely skipped the usual awkward small talk phase. That's the power of the first impression bridge. You use the greeting itself, before any words really matter, to signal one simple message. I like you, and you're welcome here. Here's how you actually do it. Stop treating the greeting as a formality to get through. Slow down for 1 extra second. Actually listen when their name is said, and repeat it back. Hold eye contact a beat longer than feels automatic, and let your smile be real instead of polite. If a hug or handshake is involved, let it carry just a little more warmth than the bare minimum. None of this needs to be dramatic. You're not performing in a handshake competition. You're just making sure the other person's very first impression of you is, this person is genuinely happy to meet me. And once someone feels that, they stop evaluating you and start liking you, often before the conversation has even really begun. That's the bridge. Same handshake, same nice to meet you. But one version makes people forget you exist, and the other makes them decide before you've even really spoken that they like you. Now, these 3 shifts, the eye color game, the perfect fit effect, and the first impression bridge, they compound. Someone who's relaxed with eye contact, comfortable in their own clothes, and warm in the first 3 seconds isn't just making a good impression, they're becoming genuinely charismatic without trying. If you found this valuable, please subscribe. It genuinely helps us to keep making videos like this. Only 10% of people watching our videos are subscribed, even though it's completely free. So if you want to support our work, join them. And if you want more social skill tricks like these, then watch this video next. Inside you get 5 simple tricks that make you incredibly magnetic. See you there.